So men continue to work more. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian here and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee, let's have a look at what the ABS are reporting. They frame it a little differently to how I have. Females do more unpaid work, males do more paid work. So men continue to work more, and this is why there is a earnings gap. There is no such thing as a wage gap. That's a false, fake news put forward by feminists and people who, want to fund useless government bodies to investigate this type of rubbish and create more useless, busy work for corporations to track this type of rubbish. Men work more, okay? And it's not a bad thing. This is just what you do. Normally, back in the day, what you do is you come together as a partnership and you work as a couple to make the best life for both of you, and you start a family and you build something up together. That's normal, or at least it was normal. So, yeah, you divide and conquer. That's how it happens. Isn't that normal? So let's have a look. I just thought it was funny how they framed this, that females do more unpaid work. And, okay, yeah, sure they do. But there's a lot of men, who do a lot of unpaid work too. People in Australia spend an average of 3.5 hours a day on unpaid work activities during 2020 and 2021, according to the ABS Time Use Survey published today. Unpaid work includes domestic duties like housework, food and drink preparation, and shopping, as well as childcare, adult care, and volunteering activities. I was talking to a client today, just asking how they were doing on the weekend, and I mentioned, she's asking, because I'm taking Freddie out today for his birthday to an arcade, and she was asking if I was going to eat all the junk food, and I said, no, I'm still being good. About 40 days now, every day at the gym. And she's going, well, how can you manage that? I'm going, well, I get up really early. But also, we don't have a commute anymore. I'm not driving to work. And that's a whole bunch of extra time. And we don't have a drop-off at school because we homeschool. So that's significant extra time. So in the mornings, we're all, working together in the family, and our big meal is the breakfast. So I'll be doing housework and unpaid work too in the morning. There you go. Lisa Scanlon, Director of Social Surveys and Statistics, said the publication provides a snapshot of how people balance their time between work, leisure, caring, and other activities. And it is tough to get a balance. You've got to do work-life balance. That's where I think quiet quitting isn't about people giving up on their careers. It's more about people realizing that they want a bit more balance in their life. On average, females spend 4 hours and 31 minutes a day doing unpaid work activities. Males spend over an hour less on these activities, averaging 3 hours and 12 minutes a day. Less than half of males, 42%, spent time on housework, compared to 70% of females. Yeah, that's normal. Mothers spend an average of 3 hours and 34 minutes participating in childcare activities a day, while fathers spent 2 hours and 90 minutes a day. That's great. Some dads don't get to spend any time. That's one of the privileges I have, is I get to spend a lot of time around my kids. Of those who spend time doing employment-related activities, men spend 8 hours and 13 minutes a day in these activities, compared to females who spend 7 hours and 12 minutes a day. So men work more than an hour a day than women. So that's another 5 hours a week. That can make, over a year, over a decade, that can make a huge difference. That means and that's not even counting that is taking into account the hardcore men that just go nuts and work insane hours and don't have any type of social life at all. The survey also provides insight into the activities that people do in their free time. On average, people spend 5 hours and 27 minutes a day on free time activities. That includes social interaction, recreation, and leisure activities. That's pretty generous, honestly. People in the past wouldn't have had that luxury. 3/4 of people reported watching television and video. Does that include YouTube? Yeah. On average of 2 hours and 55 minutes a day. 30% of respondents spent time doing exercise, sport, and outdoor activities for an average of 1 hour and 29 minutes a day. The survey asked how often participants felt rushed or pressed for time. Females aged 35 to 44 were most likely to respond always or often feeling rushed for time, 55%. Okay, so let's have a look at the actual data here. What are we going to have a look here? Yep. 4 types of time. Necessary activities. An average of 10 hours and 35 minutes a day was spent on activities such as sleeping, eating, personal hygiene, health. One thing you can do is you can cut down the time you spend on eating if you go 1 meal a day, OMAD, and then intermittently fast. You've got less meal time, less prep. I'm not doing it at the moment. I'm not worried about it, but it's a great way if you want to lose weight too. Contracted activities, 3 hours and 40 minutes were spent on activities such as paid work and education. Should be more than that, shouldn't it? Committed, 3 hours and 30 minutes were spent on unpaid domestic work, and free time, 5 hours. So there you go, nearly double. Not quite, but we're getting a lot of free time here in Australia. Males spent 4 hours and 18 minutes on contracted time compared to females who spent 3 hours and 4 minutes. There you go, guys. This is why there is an earnings gap between men and women. Okay? It's not political. It's not discrimination. It's real simple. One of the reasons is because men work more. That's what it is. And they work in different industries. They work in jobs that some people don't want to do, and that some people, or women, don't want to do either, because they can be shit jobs. That's the reality of it. Necessary, there you go. I mean, there's not that many differences. So who has more free time? Men spend more on free time. There you go, but we also work more. Women spend more time on committed things. 15 and over, unpaid work. Most females, 94%, and males, 86%, participate in unpaid work activities. Domestic duties, most females and males reported participating in domestic activities. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be very rare where a bloke doesn't do anything around the house. You know, very rare at all. I mean, Rachel has told me, you know, she'll let me sleep throughout the night when we've got a baby. She'll take care of all of that, but I've got to make sure the money keeps coming in. You know, that's divide and conquer. That's normal. You're meant to be a team. You know, teamwork, going ahead. That's the whole idea of marriage. It was a team coming together and building a future. I think we've kind of lost that these days. That's the problem with feminism. You know, it's all about conflict. So hang on, wait. Women are doing more shopping. There you go, more shopping. Oh, boys, there you go. See it right there. Housework, yep, the ladies are ahead. Food and drink preparation, the women are ahead still. Grounds care and gardening, the men are slightly ahead. Home and vehicle maintenance, yep, the men are much more ahead. Household management, the women are ahead. Pet and animal care, women are ahead. Travel associated and domestic activities, women are ahead. And all domestic activities, women are ahead. It's interesting what the men jobs are. Gardening and home and vehicle maintenance. What else? What do we have here? Average time of participants in domestic activity. Is there anything else? Childcare. What about work? Here we go. Paid work. Average time spent participating in employment-related activities by sex. And men are highest. Men. There you go. And it's interesting because in these younger ages, women are earning more than men. But yet men are spending more time working. It's funny that. And okay, what recreational leisure activities? Exercise, about even. Reading. Women are doing a lot more reading than men. Playing games and puzzles. Women are slightly winning. Digital games. It's the blokes. There you go. All the gamers. Watching TV and video. Right up there. Men are slightly ahead. General internet and device use. Women are ahead. So that'd be all, I mean, the Facebooking and stuff, wouldn't it? And the Instagramming. Relaxing. Yep. Women are slightly ahead. Listening to music, radio, podcast. I'm surprised with that. I thought blokes would be right up there. At least with YouTube, the viewer demos are very different. And time stress. What's this? People feeling rushed. That's interesting. So the women are feeling rushed everywhere except 55 to 64-year-olds. Then the men are. That's interesting. And 65 and above. So here, men are feeling more rushed. But from 15 to 54, women are feeling more rushed. That's interesting. So what? When we're approaching retirement, the men are going, oh crap, we got to get stuff sorted. What's going on? That's interesting. I guess, well, I know Rachel is just swamped with the kids. That's just eating up all her time and extracurricular activities that she's doing with the kids and schooling. So yeah, that'd make sense. So there we go, guys. Let's have a talk about this. I thought it was funny how they framed this. Females do more work, more unpaid work. Ooh, yeah, that's life. Okay, of course, if they're involved in child rearing and maintaining the household, they'll usually do that, but then the blokes should be taking care of the finances or bringing in money. It's kind of a give and take. Isn't that what it is? Anyway, what do you reckon, guys? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. Thank you for watching. Check out my other channels, HeiseBim and HeiseSays International. And if you want to support us, you can do financially on YouTube or Patreon. Use our referral links, buy our pocket squares, or call us if you need an architect. Take care, everyone. Have a great day. I'll see you next time.